all this extra music? Is there something I'm missing? Like, what, did anybody else hear that? What is all this? Oh, never mind. I know what it is. Let me go ahead and stop the sound on that now. I'm about to say, what's going on, man? This is crazy. Nonetheless, we should be good. Can everybody hear me okay? How are you doing today? 12/8/2024. You could be anywhere else in the world. You are right now here with your boy. Dap me up, Harry Knuckles and all.
Can you dig it, sucker?
We have some very serious things to talk about today. I have a lot of interesting news. I thank you guys for being here. I mean, it does not go understated, underthought at all for me. I really appreciate it. I don't want to waste none of you guys' time. I want to get straight to it. So let's get straight to the news, shall we? Okay, so we're going to start this off very, very professional, okay? Since we've been posting a lot of clips, we've been seeing the growth. We've been seeing a lot of people tuning in live. Not only live, we've been seeing growth on short clips and also the videos. So we want to be able to continue the growth by giving you guys what you want. So we're going to have a new segment called Moses Crime Weekly, okay? It's going to be crime specifically around gaming, which is something that not only we've seen and come across, I've actually experienced right in front of me. So this is near and dear to my heart, and I want to cover some of these different incidents. Every time I cover these are recent incidents. Either, you know, people are going to court, or either something just happened, or I want to make sure that everyone knows what's going on around crimes around gaming. Why is that not discussed? So we'll go ahead and start here, okay? We'll start with the first one. I have a couple different incidents I want to go over, so everybody tune in. Please hit the like and share the content if you can. It really helps. So our first incident is a deadly one. So there was a devastating turn of events in Houston that reminded many of us, excuse me. You know what? I got to start this off right, guys. Excuse me. That's the reason. I don't want to put that on stream. Don't want to put that on stream. That's the reason this is not right. It's serious stuff, but I got to loosen up. That's probably the issue. Okay, there we go. I got to loosen up, man. That's what it is. I thank you guys. Hey, is the chat working? Is sound good? Can someone let me make sure? Because we want to carry on, but we want to make sure sound is working good. Okay, here we go to everybody. Cheers, okay? Wow. What was I thinking? Holy smokes. Now, I can show that on stream. It's a Mountain Dew. Other thing I don't want to show. Okay. Now, very serious incidents. I want everybody to tune in. So, after a devastating turn of events, it reminded me, and not only me, I'm sure many of you, of the risk involved in online sales with meeting up with people. FPS Scotland, thank you. Dap me up. Sound is working great. I really appreciate that. But I have been a person that also have sold my PlayStation 5 at a police station. I'm sure many people have done Facebook market book sales, or, you know, whatever you call it. I'm not sure. I don't really sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, okay? But I think it's sales, or however you place those ads, or online auctions. Not sure how it works, but you're typically meeting individuals. So it's not a business. There's no real intermediary. It's just you and the other person you're talking to. And this is one of those events that reminded me of how deadly these can become. So McGinty, and I want you to know, this is Tyler McGinty, 37-year-old man, was known for selling various items online, and he never expected this transaction to take such a dark turn. Now, his mother, Tammy Smith, God bless Tammy Smith Hart, which we will be watching video on all of this as well, so please stay tuned because we will be tuning into different things of that. All right. She revealed that Tyler was not only her son, but he was also an organ donor. Okay. So he has lost his life tragically to this event. And I want to go ahead and give you the timeline. So November 24th of 2024, Tyler McGinty, who was 37 years old, arranged to sell a PlayStation 5 for $350. The meetup was scheduled at a hotel in the 3800 block of Willcrest Drive in Houston, Texas. During the exchange, McGinty was ambushed and shot by the alleged buyer, 18-year-old Xavion Joshua Pabon. Okay? Now, we're going to watch these articles as well. There's different news articles that we will cover, but I want to go over this. Emergency services responded. They were pretty quick, but unfortunately, McGinty was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. And on November 28th, Tyler, unfortunately, was pronounced unalive at that time. But I want everyone to know that this is a reminder to everyone, the online safety you need to have when making these sales. Please be wise. There are certain things you want to take into precaution. Now, we're going to get ready to watch the video, but some of the things you want to take into precaution, maybe you want to make these sales at a police station. Maybe you want to make these sales at a grocery store under surveillance. You want to be able to make these sales somewhere where you're monitored, because what criminals typically do is want to arrange these sales in certain locations where they can perform the crime. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to move things around a bit. Okay, but you guys let me know how this is. I'm going to pull this up on screen now. I'm going to flip screens. Everyone let me know when I flip this. We're trying to be more professional. Okay, so when I flip this, everyone let me know what you could see on screen. Okay. All right, you should see the desktop there. Okay, we're going to be pulling up different things. Let's see here. Where's a folder we have? I'm sure we have a folder with all this thing lined up. We're trying to be more professional. Right, here we go. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and pull this up. This is specifically on the 18-year-old. His name is Xavion Joshua Pabon, who committed a crime against Tyler McGinty. And I want to go ahead and take a look deeper into this. So let's pull this up here. Okay, so you guys should be seeing this. Now, hold one moment. There is some things that happened. I don't want the sound to duplicate. So anyone, please let me know if the sound is duplicating. This can happen at times. I'm not sure why, and we need to know. So if the sound is duplicating, please let me know.
And 50. I'm told the PlayStation 5 was listed for $350. 37-year-old Tyler McGinty lost his life over it, and now 18-year-old Xavion Pabon is charged with capital murder in the case and faces up to life in prison, all over something so small.
He got his head blown off for a PlayStation 5.
It's been only a week since Tammy Smith lost her firstborn, 37-year-old Tyler McGinty. Police say he was shot in the head at a hotel on Willcrest and West Park on November 24th. At the time of his death, Smith says her son was meeting up with someone he connected with online to sell a PlayStation 5. Instead, he was robbed and shot in the head.
That's what makes me bitter and angry at people that can do this and then walk away and act. They took a person's life and had no remorse whatsoever.
Smith says she sold a number of things online before and never had the thought cross her mind that something like this was even a possibility.
Sure. You don't think like that. Normal people don't do this. This is not a normal person. This is a very, very bad individual.
The individual she's talking about is 18-year-old Xavion Pabon, who is now charged with capital.
Can we pause right there? I do want to pause right there just for that specific reason. Xavion, I do this multiple times, man. Now, I got to talk to you, Xavion. I understand hard times. I understand some folks out there in the streets who just want to get it. Believe it or not, man, I've been there. Thank God I'm not there now, but I've been there. And you do certain things to make money, but Xavion, this ain't the way, man. This ain't the way. 18 years old over a PlayStation, you threw your whole life away and took someone else's life. This dude selling a PlayStation 5. How many of us have sold a PlayStation 5? It's crazy, man. This happens damn too often.
Murder and was arrested this afternoon. Unfortunately, ABC 13 has covered a number of fatal shootings involving online sales. Houston police suggest meeting up outside a police department instead of some random parking lot. They say it's usually the buyer robbing the seller, although McGinty's case was the opposite, because the buyer normally has cash on them.
It's not necessarily using cash, but instead using something to the effect of like an app, and agreeing to that fact that you're going to use the app before you even get there, so they know you're not carrying cash.
Unfortunately, the tips on meetups are too late. Nothing will bring Smith's son back from such a senseless tragedy. But there's a sense of comfort that she feels knowing her son's heart continues to beat. McGinty was an organ donor.
It just makes me happy, and it comforts me in my time of need as a mom, going through the grief and everything.
Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
There we go, man. There we go. Damn, man.
A warning for online gamers after police say a man became obsessed.
Hold on. That's moving on a little too fast now. Moving a little too fast. Let me get to that. All right. I don't know how you all feel about these type of crimes. They're near and dear to my heart. Neo, everyone else, and I see in the chat, thank you for tuning in. I know we're on multiple platforms, everyone, whether you're on X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are, thank you, all right? But these crimes are crazy because I have been one to done Craigslist multiple times. Back in my day, I modded video game systems, so which means you had to have individuals come into your home, right? I think about how many people came into my damn home, and I thought about it like it ain't nothing. Now, right, I might be protected, but that's a split second. Things could change. We seen I believe it was 2 weeks ago, where we see the undercover officer actually making a sale for a PlayStation 5, and a guy with a machete almost decapitates him. This is getting ridiculous, man. These PlayStation 5s are worse than Jordans. They're worse than diamonds. This is crazy for PlayStation 5s. Now, it says here that Xavion is currently held without bond, and he's awaiting his next court appearance on December 12th. All right? If you want me to follow up on this case, just let me know. Or even if this is on, because we post these are also audio if you're listening back. If you want to follow up, just let me know. We will follow up on that. December 12th is when that court case happens. All right? We're going to go to the next incident. You guys thought it was deep and dark then? Nope. It gets darker. So this one here started as an online friendship and ended with 3 different people left in the hospital. One in critical condition. One was critical, now stable. And the other one minor injuries. So, a Canadian gamer's year-long obsession with a woman he met online led to a horrifying damn attack that left 3 people hospitalized. I've been a person to cover a lot of different topics, especially with gamer girls and female gamers. And I hear this a lot of time from women gamers. They go, oh, I don't want to game. This is why I don't want to game. This is why I'm sick of, being a girl gamer. And as guys, we can see it from multiple angles. We can understand as being a woman. Then you have guys, and I've even felt it at myself at times. Let's be honest. Where you see some woman out there, she's out there a bombshell, right? And all she has to do is stream the game and hit the jump button a couple times, and she's making a lot of dollars. And guys feel like, man, that's not fair. But at the same time, when I start hearing these stories of what women go through, I start understanding. So I want to go through the timeline of events, and then I'll go through the story. We also have an article that we will be showing on this as well. Like I said, we have news articles and different videos on each one of these, so I want to cover, I believe that's ABC that we're going to be showing the video from, okay? But in 2023, Devin Wolfgang Vanderhorst, all right, 25 years old, from British Columbia, meets an unidentified woman on an online gaming platform and develops an unhealthy obsession for over a year. Now, there's a lot of things that's not covered in this, which leaves me very curious. Unidentified woman, which I understand they don't want to name the woman because you don't want anyone else. She's dealing with already someone stalking. She don't want to say her name. I got that, okay? on an online gaming platform. Which online gaming platform would that be? I think that's critical information. So if someone else wants to protect themselves, or either women, they can stay away from that platform. That was also not mentioned there. But developed an unhealthy obsession for over a year. What were they playing? What were they discussing over a year? Maybe we'll find out more. November 25th of 2024, Vanderhorst, joined by his accomplice, Darius Avery White, who is 25, they traveled all the way from British Columbia, remember this, to Salinas, California. Yes, these two individuals traveled all the way from British Columbia to Salinas, California. Now, Vanderhorst disguises himself as a damn delivery driver. You can't make this up, man. Disguises himself as a delivery driver, knocks on the woman's door. This is a year later, remind you, after this year-long obsession, okay, knocks on her door with a package containing handcuffs, duct tape, and knives. Nope. Shut up! I'm not lying. He dressed up as an Amazon delivery driver with a package with all his stuff for a victim. Can't make this up. So, knock, knock, knock. The woman boyfriend, okay, her boyfriend comes to the door. Hello? Vanderhorst, Devin Wolfgang Vanderhorst, forces his way inside the home. And not only does he force his way inside the home, he starts attacking the boyfriend with a knife. Yes. Okay? So, as he's attacking the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the woman he had the obsession with, is staring, looking in shock, and she then comes to defend her boyfriend. She comes also with a sharp object. She goes to defend her boyfriend. By the end of this, all three suffer injuries ranging from minor to critical. And yes, believe it or not, his accomplice drove off. That is Darius Avery White. Left the scene. Vanderhorst was arrested on scene. And just so you guys know, White was initially released. Okay, they said that. But he was later apprehended while attempting to fly back to Canada. Okay, so they said he was initially released. They don't say White was captured on scene. From my understanding, he was not captured on scene. He left scene. He probably was captured later, was released, but then apprehended again because he attempted to fly back to Canada, and they're not letting that happen. California locked it down, okay?
Can you dig it?
I can dig that, California. So let's go through a quick story breakdown, and I want to play the articles for you guys. Now, this obsession that Vanderhorst developed over a gaming friendship spiraled into a disturbing act of violence when investigators not only found the package he carried, but seen that it contained tools indicating premeditation. They found out that this woman and her boyfriend fought back heroically. But how do you fight back against someone who is planning? And they're just literally stalking her, watching her every move, watching her boyfriend. They know her whereabouts, how she's moving. They were there, from my understanding, a good period of time to see exactly how she was moving before they went in, dressing up as an Amazon delivery driver. Because let's be honest, Amazon is so rampant, anybody could probably find one of those things at a pawn shop or just pay for it from an Amazon guy. He'll say he lost it. And like, come on. Let's go ahead and see an article. I want to go ahead and actually watch the video. I want you guys to be able to see the video as well. I have a couple different videos here. Let's see which one. Okay, this one here. Let's see.
Darius White.
Okay, we'll go ahead and play this one here. This is directly from YouTube. This is from the KSBW Action News 8 channel on YouTube. Okay, I want to go ahead and mention that first before we share the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this. Everyone let me know if everything shows correctly. All right. So you can see this is the KSBW Action News 8 channel. I want to go ahead and maximize this because I want you all to be able to look along. You should be able to hear okay. I'm going to play the video. We'll go through it and we'll talk about it right after.
White's arraignment has been pushed off because his co-conspirator Devin Vanderhorst is still in the hospital in critical but stable condition. Their female victim stabbed Vanderhoff in self-defense, according to investigators.
It's really one of the strangest cases I've ever seen.
White and Vanderhoff are accused of flying from Canada to Monterey County and faking a package delivery at a home in the Bolsa Knolls neighborhood. Vanderhoff then stabbed 2 people inside the home, a woman he knew through an online video game and her boyfriend. Investigators say Vanderhoff was obsessed with the female victim.
Guys coming from Vancouver to Salinas to pose as an Amazon delivery person and stab somebody. I mean, it's extraordinary.
It's unclear how White was involved. He was arrested at the San Jose International Airport trying to flee the country.
You heard that. He was arrested at the airport trying to flee the country. My question is, how did he get out? My fault. My fault.
Flee the country.
So my understanding is that he was on board the plane and the plane was preparing to leave. It was a connecting flight that was heading back to Canada.
The specific role each suspect played in the attack is still unclear, but the 2 suspects are now both facing attempted murder and conspiracy to commit attempted murder charges, as well as a felony burglary charge. They could each face 25 years to life in prison. And the victim did not want to speak out today, but according to investigators, she was released from the hospital, is doing okay. Her boyfriend, however, is still in the hospital and is in critical condition. Live in Salinas, I'm Christian Balderas, KCPW, Action News 8.
Christian.
Damn, man. So y'all seen there. I'm going to see if we actually have another article as well that covers it. This is crazy. I can't even believe it. I want to see something from the Canadian news. So I'm going to pull up an article specifically from the Canadian news, because when you have different types of crimes that committed and, you know, just based on location, I want to see if the news is different. I like to be able to get different ones. So we're going to go ahead and pull up one from CTV News. So anyone, all my Canadian people, shout out. Let me know if this is a reputable website. I don't want to be pulling up anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and flip, and everyone let me know if you could see everything okay. All right. Oh, excuse me. There we go. So I want people to take a good look right here. Hold on. It's a little blurred, but you can see still the damages from the actual altercation. I mean, that is traumatic. Those are black eyes. Those are gouging. That means a lot of straining, like if you're being strangled, scratching. That is a brutal fight. There are UFC fighters who come from being knocked out who do not look like that. Can we admit that? He looks pretty bad. Stabbed, right? And I hate to say these things. We do have a monetization going on, but that's why we do clip the episodes. We have different parts, and we're hoping to be able. But I have to be honest. This is what's happening. Excuse me.
During a Monday afternoon court appearance.
That's too low. That's too low. Let's play it back. I want to be able to turn it all the way up so everyone can hear.
Devin Vanderhoff and Darius White both are in custody.
During a Monday afternoon court appearance, 2 men, one from BC, one from Ontario, pleaded not guilty to multiple charges in a vicious and bizarre attack.
For somebody to have flown from Canada down to this part of California to commit this type of heinous act is definitely unheard of.
Once Darius White, who lives near Barrie, Ontario, and Devin Vanderhoff of North Vancouver landed in Monterey County, police claim Vanderhoff began stalking his victim, a woman he's known for years through online gaming. Police say he had become obsessed with her and allegedly showed up at her house at 10 at night.
Mr. Vanderhoff posed as a delivery driver. He was carrying a box and knocked on the door to this residence. The door was opened by our victim's boyfriend, and when the door was open, Mr. Vanderhoff forced his way in and immediately began stabbing the victim's boyfriend.
Investigators say the woman grabbed a sharp piece of metal and tried to defend her partner, stabbing Vanderhoff.
Yo, hold up. We gonna stop right there for 1 second. Y'all, we clapping for that. That woman right there protecting her boyfriend gets a clap right now. She gets a clap. Now, I'm not saying women need to be out here jumping in front of, altercations that are happening with their men, but I'm sorry. 4 arms are better than 2. And I don't care about this. You know, I can promise you something's going down, and my wife, she is down for it. We are not, you think if you are in love with a family member, you are going to sit there and watch that? I commend her. I commend her. That is real. I don't care. We might go out. I can't live with that.
Allegedly then stabbed and strangled her. Multiple 911 calls quickly brought police. Vanderhoff is facing charges that include stalking and attempted murder. White arrested hours later after boarding a plane, his alleged co-conspirator.
It's pretty strange. I think the community was, let's just say, shocked. I don't think people really know what to really think about this. You really have to be careful what you do online. You just never know who you're talking to.
More than one person I spoke with in California said it's just lucky nobody here was killed. One likened it to the plot of a made-for-TV movie. Vanderhoff and White are back in court next Tuesday. Omar.
All right, Andrew, thank you.
Let's go back. So, I don't have much more to say on that, y'all. It's dark, okay? We're going to go ahead and move on to our next incident, which is our last incident before we move on to our next subjects. We have wonderful subjects to get through, and these subjects are very serious ones that I'm sure everybody wants to hear about. And we will loosen up a little bit later. I know everybody's very serious. We will loosen up. We'll get them on more serious. But these things are near and dear and should be a lot. If you love gaming and you're around gaming a lot, this is now turning into something crazy. But our last incident is, of course, what you all would think. It's typical. This happens, I want to say, probably every day. This is another mom and pop store, or it could just be, I don't want to say mom and pop. I'm not too familiar with Red Castle Games, but there are many stores that do resale of video games. Maybe it's other things like plushies, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, different trading cards, old school DVDs, and they make a living off of making this. I want to actually saying keeping archive retro stuff alive because it's being destroyed everywhere. So I love these mom and pop shops. But what's happening is the valuable items that they're beginning to get, thieves are targeting them and going straight for them. So if they're going to a GameStop and doing it, you can imagine. So let's go ahead and get to the story. So there was a burglary at a Portland gaming store that has left the community stunned. This was on December 7th of 2024 around 2:45 a.m. We're going to see video of this because they actually have video of this guy walking through the place. So we're going to watch the video. We'll probably watch multiple ones. I think they have different angles. We'll watch video of this guy going through the place as well. But this was at December 7th, 2024 at 2:45 a.m. The burglar triggered the alarm at Red Castle Games by breaking into the front door using a crowbar, a tool that's been used for many years to break into places. Simply break the glass. They could, if there's any doors, they can break jammed or wedged doors. They kind of use it. A crowbar is like a theft's best tool. Okay, just so everyone, a theft, that's crazy. It's like a thieves' best tool. There we go. All right. So the thief breached the front door, then ran straight to the lock display and grabbed a case containing not only all the famous Pokemon cards, but also the Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. He stole an estimated $1,200 worth of merchandise. Now, some people might say $1,200, ooh, boo-hoo, da-da-da. When you are the owner of a mom and pop shop, $1,200 could be to make a break. Trust me, and this ain't the first time, I'm sure. Let's go through the story. So Red Castle Games is known for creating a welcoming space for gamers and hobbyists, but it has faced multiple burglaries in the past, including 5 incidents in the last year alone. Now, this burglary resulted in less financial losses than the previous ones, but it comes during the critical holiday season when these dollars are really needed and these sales are really important to people. Okay? Shoppers and members of the community expressed their support, emphasizing the store's importance as a hub for connection and shared interests, and even have said they're going to vouch to help bring people into this store. So if you want to help what you can do and what they want you to do is go to Red Castle Games, and this is in Portland. Check out Red Castle Games and go ahead and buy something. That's what they want you to do. So support. All right. So now we'll go ahead and get to the article. I actually want to see this article. I have not seen it. So I know the video showed the guy in the picture, and I did see that. So I know this is going to be great regardless. So let's all watch this video together. I have a couple different ones here. I know. Now, see, this is
board game store in Southeast.
Okay, there we go. So this is actually, I want to watch this one because I love having the actual news outlets YouTubes. I want to be able to give them the proper, props they deserve for putting these things up. And they don't get enough light, and that's why we're going to be covering video game crimes, because a lot of people are not covering video games. They're covering everyday typical crimes you hear. I want to be able to talk about gaming. So let's go ahead, and we should be able to share screen, and you're going to be seeing this in a moment here. All right. Let me know. Everything should be working fine as far as sound and everything. All right. So there we go. This is Coin6, Koin6, 532,000 subscribers. This video was put up 19 hours ago with 252 views. I don't know about the numbers. Koin. Okay, those numbers are kind of crazy. 532,000 subscribers, but almost a day and not even 300 views. Like not even here nor there. All right. Let's go ahead and this is Portland's CW. Let's listen.
Board game store in Southeast Portland tell us they are out over $1,000 worth of merchandise after someone broke into their store last night. This is at least the sixth time that Red Castle Games near Southeast Foster and 72nd has been broken into over the past couple of years. The thief this time broke in and got inside around 2:30 in the morning.
My fault, y'all. My fault. I'm sorry. We're going to rewind this video and actually watch it again because I don't want to ruin this. I want the experience to be very professional. I am very sorry. He walked like a homie walking out his crib. He walked so normal. He walked like, oh, man, I dropped my phone. Let me go and pick up. Oh, yeah, I got these too. Yeah, let me go ahead. This is definitely like he knew. He either knew someone who worked there, knew nobody was going to be there, done this before. Like there's something. He is way too comfortable. Am I the only one that sees this guy as way too comfortable? I don't care about masking up and everything. Something don't smell right, something up. He's way too comfortable, but that's just me. Okay. I'll go ahead and rewind it back. My apologies for the laughter, but he walked out like he was walking out of my home. Like, hey man, I'll see you later. That's kind of how he walked, but let's go ahead and play it. Excuse me.
Sixth time that Red Castle Games near Southeast Foster and 72nd has been broken into over the past couple of years. The thief this time broke in and got inside around 2:30 in the morning, and we're told they were after collector cards inside. Earlier today, we spoke with the store's owners who tell us they're now planning once again to beef up security.
Their entry point was one that we had hardened last year, actually, and it had held up till now, but clearly they found a way to compromise that, so we'll re-examine that entry point and probably invest a fair amount to harden that as well and see what we can do.
The case under investigation by Portland Police. Anybody with information is asked to contact the police.
Anybody with information is asked to contact the police. Not much more than that. Not much more than that, man. So, which pretty much means this guy is probably out there, probably doing it again. He didn't look scared at all. He didn't look like he was worried of anyone coming, which is very strange. This is just it don't smell right, man. It don't smell right. Nonetheless, Red Castle Games, blessings to you. Everybody, if you want to be able to help and you're in Portland, I'm not sure what area is that in. Is that the south area, like southeast area of Portland? I'm not sure where that's at. But everybody out there in Portland, let us know where that's at. Red Castle Games, shout you out, man. Dap me up. If you got a page, I'll tag it up when I clip this up, man. We really want to help you out any way we can, because these type of things are not talking. But you see the video numbers. It was 252 views. Okay, it was probably 251 till we click. So hopefully we're bringing some more awareness to it. All right. So nonetheless, that is the end of the week. News from Moses Crime Weekly. Oh man, that was beautiful. That was Moses Crime Weekly. Now, we have a bunch of other things to still talk about. Very hot news. Let's go ahead and see if these buttons are working, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next topic. Okay. Oh man, we're great. We're great. Okay. So, I don't know if everyone watches the news, right? Or who doesn't watch the news, but nonetheless, I'm be honest, I don't watch the news too often. It's probably because when I was raised, I didn't watch the news, and now I rarely watch it. I feel like it's a lot of bad stuff that I hear on the news, not mostly good, and I feel like I want to be able to control what I take in, and I want a lot of positive karma. I do want the real stuff that's happening, but I don't want to be able to take a lot of that negativity. So that's my choice of not watching the news. But this one here is something you all need to pay attention to. Let's go through it. The FBI and Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, that is the CISA, have issued a stark warning to iPhone and Android users to stop sending unencrypted text between the two platforms. So when you're sending text between an Android and an iPhone, these are unencrypted text, and they are stating you need to stop sending them. And this is for security reasons. This announcement comes on the heels of a massive cyber espionage operation tied to Chinese hackers targeting major U.S. telecommunication networks. And here's what you need to know. The FBI and the CISA are urging all Americans, okay, this is all Americans, okay, listen up, to use encrypted messaging apps for all communications, particularly between iPhones and Androids. While iPhone to iPhone message, which is iMessage, and Android to Android, which is Google Messages, these communications are encrypted, so you are fine there. But at any point, messages are being sent between the two systems. This is when it is vulnerable to interception, because at this point, it is no longer an encrypted message. Okay? I'm hoping we have some video to talk about this as well. I do believe we have video to go over this. Now, a Chinese state-sponsored hacking group known as Salt Typhoon infiltrated several U.S. telecom providers, gaining access to call records, live calls, and unencrypted text messages. High-profile targets included senior government officials and political figures. Although classified communications were reportedly not compromised, the breach exposed significant vulnerabilities. I want to state something here because, well, first, let's go to the industry response. Google and Apple have promised encryption upgrades for RCS, okay? They want to be able to change the standard for Android to iPhone messaging. There's no release date on that, but they want to do something to make that secure, okay? So I want to get that out the way. The big giants are working on something to make that more secure. But from my understanding, and I'll go through the news article because I do want to listen to the video and see if there's anything I'm missing here, because I do want to go through the timeline of events also. But from my understanding, this is bigger than just text messages. I mean, you're saying text messages. I mean, I think of the data alone. You know, what if you're texting someone a card number? Birthday. Birthday gonna hurt. What if you're doing socials? What if you're doing, this is data that could really ruin you, and it's also not protected. They have several different U.S. telecom providers. Now, I did hear from the grapevine, I don't know, we'll read more through the article, but I heard there was something about a backdoor that they hacked that was actually related through the government. Not sure. Okay, not sure how much that is. That's why I said speculation. I want to go through the article, okay? We're going to go through the timeline of events. After I read this, we're going to go ahead and play the video. October of 2024, a large-scale breach of U.S. telecom providers was done by Salt Typhoon, okay? But it's uncovered, okay? It's uncovered in October of 2024. Now, November of 2024, Microsoft and U.S. intelligence agencies confirmed that China's involvement is in the breach. They confirmed it. They feel like 100% China is involved, all right? Now, we're reading this. We're going to watch the news outlets as well covering this. So this is not me putting the news out there. This is other outlets that are covering it, okay? So they said that China was specifically targeting telecom infrastructures. And on December 3rd of 2024, the FBI and the CISA released cybersecurity guidelines urging encrypted communications. This is when it was actually announced everybody, like, hey, stop now. December 6th of 2024, the Senate Commerce Subcommittee announces an investigation into Salt Typhoon's impact on U.S. networks. So I'm going to let you guys in on something that I believe. I believe when something is announced, it's been happening for a while. So it's now being discovered, but who knows for how long, okay? So with that out the way, I want to go ahead and play the video now. I'm sure we have video of this. We had video of quite a few things. We've been trying to, like I mentioned, as we're trying to be more professional here, we're trying to have video of it. So I want to see if we have anything specifically for this. Let's pull up here. Okay, this one might be a good one here. All right. Nah, that video I don't like. I want to be able to give credit to this is like, I don't like these old shebango articles that look. This is Forbes. Okay, this is Forbes. I kind of went, nah. Forbes, you ain't even a video. Okay, nonetheless, move on to the next one. Forbes covered it. Let's see, who else we have? I need to cover a reputable one. I don't want anyone, I can't have FUTAB, right? That's one I pulled up. Okay, Fox. I know some people might feel they wait about Fox. That might not have been the best one. Okay.
Have breached U.S. internet providers. This is
okay. There we go. So hold one moment. Hold on. Okay. Now I want to be able. This is it. Now is this the actual video? Before I pull this up. Okay. We're gonna pull this up. I do believe this is a video. I want to see the time. It says December 6th. We're going to pull this up. I'll listen to it. I humor myself. But if it's not about what we're currently talking about, I will shut this down at any moment. Okay? Let's go ahead and flip the screen. Let's go ahead and share it. Everybody let me know if you can hear everything. If there is any problems with sound or audio, please let us know. All right? FBI warns text between Android and iPhone users pose a cyber risk. This is Fox Business. This is actually covered on Forbes and a lot of different articles, but I want videos that actually talk about it and cover it. I'm not sure how people feel about Fox News. You do have some people who feel specifically like bad or good towards certain news outlets. Once it's talking about all Americans, I figure we can go to either one. I figure this should be good. Okay? So I don't have any problem. Let's go ahead and play here. Hopefully this loads and we're not dealing with a bunch of, like ads. Oh, there we go. I knew it was. Called it right there, right? Anytime it's doing the spinning and it's taking the time, you're probably going to get an ad. We'll go ahead and give it. It says, nah, you know what? I almost don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. Should I wait? Okay, we're there. We're about 10 seconds. I'll wait. Everybody else wants me to wait. I'll wait for you guys because if we do refresh it, we might go through a whole set of ads again, all right? So now let's play the audio.
Wall Street Journal reported that China-linked hackers have breached U.S. internet providers. This is something called the Salt Typhoon cyber attack. Florida Congressman Carlos Jimenez is joining me now. You just introduced legislation to combat China. How are you going to stop these cyber attacks from China?
Well, you're not going to stop them, but we need to deter them as much as possible. We need to detect them as much as possible. And then we also have to have some offensive capability so that when they do attack us, that we have a way to get back at them. But we passed legislation that created an interagency task force of all U.S. agencies headed by CISA in order to combat and develop strategies to make us more resilient and more resistive to these types of cyber attacks.
But I take it that we are cyber attacking them. Are we not?
We should be. Yeah. I mean, it's tit for tat, and so. But I think that we don't do the same. We're not as offensive as they are. They're after our corporations, et cetera. It's illegal. So therefore, when we do it, they may be deemed as not doing the right thing. I am not sure that we're doing the same thing to them to the same extent as they are to us. But I would hope that we would have the capability one day to show them that, hey, if you're going to strike us hard, we can actually strike you harder.
Congressman.
So I want to go ahead and just speak on that real fast, and I want to play the rest of that. I'm going to be honest, I read right through that. When it comes to this type of thing, I'm just going to say alleged. I don't want no smoke from nobody, right? But the truth of the matter is, I don't care what you say. They playing dirty is something you can't announce publicly. Why would you say that? It would be not only just announcing to the people that we're fighting dirty tactics, and people you have people who live on the soil of the United States who have family in mainland China. You don't want to do nothing like that. That would be pointless. So you can't come out there and publicly say it. But we know how this game goes. It's been happening for a while across multiple different countries and militaries. All right, let's get that out the way.
Donald Trump is calling on Apple to decrypt the phones of his would-be assassins. Watch.
The FBI has been unable to open the three.
Now, see, didn't I say we're going to get off topic? I told y'all I'm cutting it right as soon as we get off topic. Did I not say that? Let's get back to it. All right? I knew it was going to do something. You never know. You never know. You know what I mean? Fox good for it. Fox, you good for sliding that in. I caught you. I caught you that time. They tried to jump on right to the next. You see how the segue went too? That was a nasty segue. I couldn't catch that. That was nice. But nonetheless, I want to move on to the next topic. I do want to say this last. Everybody, this is for anyone who's using a phone, which is probably 95% of you, because if you're watching this, you probably have a computer or a phone that you're watching this on. If you have a computer, you probably have a phone next to you. If you have a phone, you probably have a computer next to you. Same thing. Make sure if you're communicating, especially families, you have a lot of people who have maybe loved ones, whether it be, you know, mom, brother, sister, father, wife, son-in-laws, you know, cousins, uncles, aunts, you know, no matter what it is, there's different phone types, and you may be communicating with someone who does not have that type of phone. You want to be very careful on what you're saying, and maybe you just want to let them know, hey, let's communicate through an app. Can we do a Facebook app? Can we do an Instagram? Can we do, because that's more protected than even our own telecom providers. Wow. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on.
Can you dig it?
I can dig it, Booker T. I can dig it. So let's move on to the next one. Like I said, we're moving along great. We're moving along great on the show. We're great on time as well. Okay. So this one here. Okay. So, all right. And we're going to post. No, I'm going to go ahead and post a link there because I do want, you know, we come in and we join in and we do it. All right. So let's copy here. I got to paste a link in there. That link is for anyone who wants to join at any time. You should see that across multiple platforms. If you do want to join the chat, I will be bringing people in to give their comments, say anything about what we discussed, or anything goes in. All right. So there we go. Now, so this one I'm going to go through real quick because I honestly, you know, I want to say it's a shmam. I actually got this article for a shout out, and I believe it was Ernesto on torrentfreak.com. I want everybody to check out torrentfreak.com, a wonderful website. Ernesto, dap you up. The reason I love Ernesto for Torrent Freak so much is when I did multiple interviews for Gary Bowser, nobody paid attention. Nobody was covering it. I mean, there were people who were, but as far as news outlets, no one covered it. And the moment Ernesto posted it, you had people like Penguin, Moist Critical. You had people, all types of people who were talking about it. And that is an article that derived, and news information that derived right here. We're very proud of that. Okay, we're very proud of that. So I just want to state that first. Shout out to Ernesto. I don't care with anybody. You got to get your kudos, man. You're doing good work out there. All right, so this is what's being labeled as a historic decision in court in Greece because they finally done something that typically you don't see often or ever hear of or even being discussed. They sentence a pirate IPTV subscriber. Yes, a guy who subscribed to an IPTV service. So everyone who uses IPTV, yes, guess what they did? They went ahead and sentenced this guy to some jail time, 5 months in prison. Let's talk about it. Now, a Greek court recently sentenced an individual to 5 months in prison for subscribing to a pirate IPTV service. Now, reportedly marking the first ever custodial sentence for such an offense in the country. This has never been heard of, okay? They are sitting here like, what do we do with these people who are subscribing to IPTV services? Forget the providers. We need to see the people who are using these services. Yes, this man was using the service and 5 months in prison for watching that free TV. Okay. So industry standards were cited in this court case. They were suggesting piracy impacts everything from job losses all the way to criminal activities. However, specifics of the case, I will say, a little iffy, baby. Little iffy. The identity of the defendant never disclosed. Okay, now there is video of this, but I believe it's in Greek. I'm not sure if we have anyone here who speak Greek. If you do, maybe you could translate, but I'm not going to do that because there's a lot of people listening who are English speaking listeners. Okay, and they're not going to understand it either. And we're going to be going through a lot. Maybe transcriptions will help, but nonetheless, we're not going to play the video. It doesn't have captions or subtitles with it. So trust me, we'll have difficulty. All right. But the identity in this report was never disclosed about the guy, like nothing about the guy. They never said one word about who he is, the name, who the hell was sentenced. That's iffy. That almost seemed like some bullshit. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it real now. It seems like some bullshit. I don't want to say the Greek police over there is I don't want to allege that. Okay? But it sounds like some bullshit. Because if it was my ass, it would be my name out there. Nick Moses 05 right there. It would have the shirt on there and everything. It would have me. Okay? But there were key details that were also missing of the original arrest. Also trial dates and injured parties were omitted. Why is that? So, on August 2024, Greek streaming services Cosmo TV and Nova launched a low-cost bundle that was credited with reducing piracy in the country. Okay? This is something that the Greek streaming services are trying to do. They want to get rid of these pirate services. So they did a low-cost bundle. Hey, man, go ahead and get a nice low-cost bundle. You get all these channels for low. We got to stop the piracy. But in late 2024, reports emerged of increased efforts to penalize pirate IPTV users, including proposed fines of $600. And I'm not sure what type of money this is. It's in Greek. Okay, so you guys can relate that. But $600 in Greek money, whatever that may be. Okay, if it's around $600 more or less, whether it be in US, there, still a lot of it for a fine. And then if you have each individual, let's say they don't charge you just IPTV like the service. We're charging for everything you're watching. It can get deep. All right. So in December of 2024, the Greek court sentenced an IPTV subscriber to 5 months in prison, sparking a debate over legitimacy of the case and its role in anti-piracy efforts. Now, there are people who believe, and this is over there in Greece, this is what I'm reading here, okay? They believe that this is a sham, that this is something that the government is actually doing there to scare a lot of people from purchasing an IPTV service or getting any type of subscription. So I would like to pose the question to each of you. If you knew, wherever you were, wherever country you're watching this at, wherever you're listening to, if you knew that having an IPTV service that was a pirate IPTV service, and if I have to explain what I mean by a pirate IPTV service, you should not have 7 pay-per-views, okay? You shouldn't have 24 showtimes. You shouldn't have a Bravo East, a Bravo West, a Bravo Southeast, a Bravo Southwest, a Bravo North, a Bravo. You can't have that many Bravos. You can't watch that many Housewives, right? This is what we call a pirate IPTV service. It is having all the services combined in one, which a lot of people are saving a lot of money over, which they love. Okay? So I do want to move on to some very interesting news. So I just want to get that out the way. How do you all feel about that? How do you all feel about pirate IPTV services or subscriptions? I'm going to be honest. I had a pirate IPTV service. Yes, I did. I didn't know it was a pirate IPTV service at the time I got it, but I found out shortly after when I figured out what pirate IPTV service was. I thought IPTV was just like, hey, you can get all this stuff. You don't understand the technicalities behind it. But I should have known the moment I paid in crypto. That would have been smart. It would have been smart. Okay? I don't know what I was thinking, man. I don't know what I was thinking, okay? But I'm not going to lie. I remember having it. And just so you guys know how these pirate IPTV services work and why some people provide them, if you have a provider, a lot of people getting streaming services now, like YouTube TV, or they're getting Hulu, or they're getting these different type of services. If you have a pirate IPTV subscription, you wonder, how do you use it? There are a lot of apps that are made on that you can download right for your TV, and there's a specific file that you can load right in there that's going to have all your channels that you can select right there. You can double click whichever channel you want to watch, and you can watch it right there. I'll do you one better. You can cast it from your phone. Okay, you can control it from your computer, where you can have an entire playlist and show it all right there, and you can select whatever you want to watch. If there's a UFC fight going on, if there's, NFL football games that you can't see for Red Zone, soccer games that people can't watch, it has allowed, an easy entry point for many people to be able to watch a lot of different things without paying into this major corporate service fee that we're paying. That's the God's honest truth. People do not want to pay $74.99 for a YouTube TV subscription when they can pay $20 for a pirate IPTV subscription service and get more channels than they get with YouTube TV. NFL Red Zone is an extra charge on top of that for YouTube TV. Don't get me started on NBA or soccer games where you can't watch your team without subscribing to multiple services. It has got ridiculous. There we go. We're going to move on. Dap me up. And everybody in the chat, good to see you. John 5, I see you. Good to see you, man. Joe, good to see you. We're going to be bringing you in later, man. We're going to go through these real quick, and then we're going to bring you in. Neo, got you there. My dog, good to see you. Good to see everybody there. If anybody I missed you, FPS Scotland, I know we checked in the sound earlier. Thank you. Anybody I missed in the chat, thank you so much for tuning in. You could be anywhere else in the world, okay? Let's move on to the next one, because I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for this one. Okay? So, what do we know about the Nintendo Switch 2? Shut up! No, I'm not. Okay? I want you guys to see this image behind me. Look at this. What if that was the Nintendo Switch 2? Just take another look. Take another look. I know some people might be listening. They can't see it there. You notice it has 3 analogs, buttons there. Look at the weird setup. Okay? What if, now you guys know what that was made by. I don't even have to say. But what if that was the Nintendo Switch 2? The reason we're going to have this quick discussion, we're going to go through it because we do have wonderful segments to go through. We have the product of the day and also Choose Your Fate, the wonderful segment that goes crazy when the shorts are given out. Okay, but we have to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2, and we're not going to do the Nintendo Switch 2 no justice right now. We're going to break down everything. I want every single rumor. I want everything that's out there. We're going through it all because we love Nintendo here. We've been through it all, man. Everybody knows our history with Nintendo. Let's go through it. So, insider Nate Drake revealed on a podcast that Nintendo is planning an event for May of 2025, guys, okay? Potentially mirroring the January 2017 event where the original Switch was unveiled. So we have a lot of people talking about May of 2025. Pay attention. This was on Nate Drake podcast. Shout out Nate Drake. Okay, it was on his podcast. You guys can go tune in and listen to that, where he stated they are planning an event for May of 2025. Now, if the timeline holds, if that holds, this suggests that the Switch 2 could be released as early as June of 2025. Okay? Aligning with major summer gaming events like Summer Game Fest, PAX East, and so on and so on. So the math is mathing, is what it's saying. Now, let's move on. Like I told y'all, we getting every single rumor. We getting everything out there. If you want to believe it, you can. If you don't believe it, but we're going to state where it's coming from, who, all that. All right, all that. So, there's been some other leaked information about Nintendo Switch 2. So, accessories for the Switch 2, including screen protectors and carrying cases, have surfaced on Alibaba, hinting at larger dimensions for the new console. I'm sure a lot of people have seen that, okay? We will not be showing those clips here for the reasons of Nintendo strikes, okay? A lot of people do worry about that, which you should. Nintendo has come after a lot of people. You can go ahead and look it up, but we will cover more information. I do want to go down the timeline of all these different leaked things. What you believe is true, it's up to you. I do believe so far what they said about Nate Drake and the podcast, because that you can plan an event around May of 2025, and then yes, if you align the June release, that makes sense. But let's carry on. So these accessories for the Switch 2, I'll repeat, were on Alibaba. This includes screen protectors, carrying cases, okay? And they hinted at larger dimensions. Now, reports suggest that the screen size may increase to 8 inches. That's what she said. You know, I know people say that. I want to say it. It's such an easy one. I didn't want to do it, okay? All right, but, Joe, for the Switch 2, you can pre-order gear from Alibaba like screen protectors and case. Okay, well, we stated there. All right, but reports suggest that the screen size may increase to 8 inches, which means the dimensions are going to be larger than the current OLED model, which the OLED model we all love. That's probably the number one Nintendo Switch model that everybody loves right now. You're going to see it larger than that. So will we see 4K gaming? Will the old Nintendo Switch cartridges just slide right in there? Will that mean the Mix Switch will work? Will we ever see an unlock? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things come into question. Okay? Now, technical upgrades. Let's talk about that. Technical upgrades include 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, and support for HDMI 2.1, which is positioning the Switch 2 as a significant upgrade over its predecessor. Now, I'll go ahead and repeat. My technical junkies love this stuff, okay? They love hearing it. It's like telling you the specs of your car, if I'm a car guys. 12 gigabytes of RAM. I love that. Okay, I love that. 256 gigabytes of storage. And support for HDMI 2.1, yes. Positioning the Switch 2 as a significant upgrade to its predecessor. All right? Now, Nintendo confirmed the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible, ensuring that current Switch games will run on the new console. How will that work? I don't know. Will they have 2 different slots? That's something you see on the image there. We don't know how this is going to work. Maybe there's going to be a Nintendo 2 Switch slot and a regular Nintendo Switch slot. I don't know how the technical specs are going to break down there, but they have confirmed it's going to be backwards compatible. Leaked titles for the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's talk about it. I told you, we're getting everything out. These leaked titles are titles such as Pokemon Legends Z through A, and potential dual platform releases like Metroid Prime 4. All right, these are some big titles. Metroid Prime 4. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I had to give a little Booker T for Metroid Prime. Y'all hating if you don't like Metroid Prime. You're literally just hating. I'm a Call of Duty fanboy, and I know people don't like Call of Duty fanboys, but I'm sorry. Metroid Prime is nice. Okay? So, the rumored price point of this Nintendo Switch 2 is around, drumroll, $400 to $500 with the console's upgraded specs. How do you all feel about that? All right, that is right now the rumored price point. But how do you feel about that? I actually think that price point is reasonable. I think that's a reasonable price point. Now, I know some people might say, oh my goodness, that's an Xbox, right? I can get another Xbox console, but it's not out yet. By the time it comes out, what may come of it, maybe more. I'm going to bet that they'll probably have a little more that they'll start releasing once the release date gets closer. So I'm going to bet my money that that's actually a decent price point. And as long as it comes with different things like a case, you have the Joy-Cons there, you can use those as two different controllers, other things. I think that's a reasonable price point. I'm not mad at it. Okay, I'm not mad at it. We have Joe, think they will sell it for $429.99. It's a great reasonable price point. I think it's a great, reasonable price point. I like that. All right? Now, we're going to go ahead and go through a timeline of events. We're going to quick move on because I do want to get through the product of the day. We have, Joe on standby. I want to bring Joe in. Anybody else who want to come in, you can, but we do want to bring others and hear the other standpoints. All right. So of May. Wow, I might need another drink. May 2024, Nintendo announced plans to share details of the Switch successor, which is the Switch 2, before the end of the fiscal year, which is March of 2025. Now, September of 2024, leaks began showing Switch 2 accessories and Joy-Con designs. December of 2024, rumors of a May event and a June release date emerged, with accessories appearing online. And now we have a projected date of May of 2025, where Nintendo hosts a reveal showcase talking about the Switch 2, which leads to a June of 2025 projected release date when it launches. That's a quick breakdown of our rumors, okay? Quick breakdown. Now, I want to go ahead and move on to the next couple things. Outside of that, I don't have much else to say about the Nintendo Switch 2. We went through the rumors very quick. I am excited. I love Nintendo Switch, y'all. I'm sorry. I still am... As much as I told myself I'm going to stay away from making Nintendo Switch videos, because I, used to make tons of custom firmware videos and all these things. I stayed away from the custom firmware videos, okay? Not touching Nintendo. We're not worthy, okay? We're not worthy. You got that, Nintendo. But I'm still going to do homebrew applications and other things because I do have a love naturally for homebrew and running those things on these consoles. It's a natural love I have, so I will continue doing those videos. So, Nintendo, dap me up. Harry Knuckles and all, man, something near and dear to my heart. How do you feel about the Nintendo Switch 2? Do you agree with the price point? Will you be getting one when it releases? Will you buy a Nintendo Switch 2? And if it plays the original Nintendo Switch cartridges, do you think things like the Unlock Switch will work on it, or the Mix Switch will work on it? Now, I know people are going to say the Unlock Switch doesn't even work. Yes, I will agree. Right now, the Unlock Switch doesn't work. But, it is said that it will work soon, okay? It will work soon. I don't know how real that is. We've been holding our breath for a long time. But, hey, it is what it is, all right? Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to talk about the product of the day next, okay? Like I said, I love these segments. We have them all made out, and they're ready. The Game Stick Lite 4K. All right. Now, before we even talk about the Game Stick Lite 4K, I want to talk about what Neo said, and we're going to go with Joe said about the previous subject we were on. They need to price down the Switch 1. Okay, Neo. So, by Neo's statement, what Neo is saying is when the Switch 2 releases, and it releases between that $400 to $500 rumored price point, that they should immediately drop the price of Nintendo Switch original. I will say this. I don't think it would be without a doubt they'll drop it. I think it's a no-brainer. I will agree with you on that, Neo. If they do not, that's going to be crazy. Crazy, nasty work if they do that. But I think they're going to drop the price. If I had to guess what they're going to drop the price to, $250, $229. They're going to really be pushing people to get a Nintendo Switch 2. So they want that price point low enough for people to say, hey, I'm going to get this, but there's going to be some separation there for Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, the screen, a Nintendo Switch 1 OLED is a beautiful screen. But if you have Switch 2, the way Switch 2 is going to win, and I'm going to tell everybody now, there's going to be titles that are going to be released for the Switch 2 only and not the Switch 1. That is the way you win. Nintendo will do it. And if you're smart marketing-wise, why wouldn't you do it? Okay, this way, I am encouraging people who love Nintendo products to not only keep their Nintendo Switch the original or buy an original if you want to play the original games, but if you want to experience games that are, brand new next generation games that we are bringing, yes, you're going to need a Switch 2. I'm sorry. Okay? So, Joe, my man said, Mix Switch will 100% work on the new Switch. They can't patch it out. Now, Joe, that is a good thing to ask. This is what I think, Joe. I will agree with the can't patch out thing. But one thing I think is being that they own the Nintendo Switch cartridge format, there is things that they could possibly do to still allow backwards compatibility, but not get the Mix Switch to work. That is my thought, okay? My thought is, if you have an update or something you put out on your console, right? Let's say, hey, the Mix Switch and this cartridge can be considered identical. But there is something to be able to determine that they're not identical, or maybe there's something that gets updated where their cartridges or Switch 1 cartridges go through another security check. Maybe there's a file you have to download and be able to run before you can run that original Nintendo Switch cartridge. So therefore, yes, your original cartridges do work, but the only way they can work is if you connect to our network. And if you connect to our network, we have more ability to see what you're doing. That's my kind of thought of how Nintendo will handle the security situation around the Mix Switch. But the Mix Switch is one tool, boy. Woo! They made that thing with a beauty, man. I haven't seen it. Hey, they made it with a beauty. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and move on with the product of the day. All right, so the product of the day is the Game Stick 4K Lite. All right, the Game Stick 4K Lite. It's a beautiful product, man. Beautiful. All right, I want to tell you a couple things about it. One, I would go ahead. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and show the Game Stick Lite just so you can see how it looks first. And we're going to show you how it actually performs right here, right now. So you can go ahead and see. This is amazing. I think everybody should have one immediately. Okay, so here we go. Let's pull up an image of it. Now, I simply just Googled Game Stick Lite 4K. Came up on Amazon. I actually have it on my Amazon store page too. You can check that if you want to look. But let's go ahead and I'm going to share the screen. Now, you should be able to see this. Let's flip screens. Hopefully, everything's been working good and sound's been working good and everything. Okay. There we go. So you see so many of them. All I had to do was go search for it. Game Stick Lite 4K. There's many of them here. So let's just go ahead and click on it. This is the exact one. I'm going to show you the controller and all right here. So let's click on that one. We're going to go ahead and show what we're talking about, which is a Game Stick Lite 4K. I got to show this, man. You see the nice little kit there, everything like that, okay? I just want to show you what it really is. This is all it is, man. Okay, now this one's a little bit different. I don't like that one. It's a hard drive. This one's not a hard drive. This one's a little HDMI stick. More like, let's do another one. There you go. There you go. See that HDMI stick right there and the controller? Okay, this is what you're looking at right there. This is the Game Stick Lite 4K. Now, we're going to change this real fast. You should be able to see this, guys, all right? I'm going to switch and let me know if you can be able to see this. So let's cut on the video capture device. There we go. So everybody should be able to see this on screen. Okay, we can hear sound as well. If sound gets too loud, I'll turn it down. Okay, and let me make sure it's pulling the sound from here. Yes, okay. So I can't turn it down if the sound is too loud. But this is the Game Stick Lite 4K. You see right here, I can go through all games, and I'm going to scroll down, but I'm going to tell you why I think everybody should have one, and we're going to quickly move past this because I want to get to, oh my goodness, to choose your fate. But this is something that every time I go out of town, I take this. Why take your console, bro? Why? You want to play Xbox that bad? If you're out of town for a week, trust me, you have enough games here to play for an entire week to hold you. And you're going to go to a hotel, and guess what? You can simply unplug that HDMI cable that you see at the hotel, and you can plug this in. USB, don't worry. You got a laptop, you got anything you can plug it to. It just needs an HDMI and a USB power. All right, that's it. You can plug it into the TV. Most TVs have a USB power slot. But I can stop on anything and click the button here. As you can see, I can go down. You know, some of these I'm sure probably do not work, and I'm sure a lot of them do. Let's pick something. Anybody have any choice here? Anything you want me to pick that you can think of? Now, let me go ahead and get it on screen here. There we go. All right, so let's do, you know, Metal Slug is also a famous one. Everyone loves Metal Slug, don't we? All right, Metal Slug Super Vehicle, Metal Slug 6. I don't know. Let's just pick a Metal Slug, okay? So I'm going to click on one and hit select, and let's see if it loads. There we go. Metal Slug 3 loading. All right, this is very simple. Wireless controller. It comes with 2 wireless controllers, by the way, so you can get a game on with your buddy. You know, anybody come in. If somebody comes in and say, hey, man, I'll whoop your ass in Street Fighter, you can shut them up immediately. Immediate shut up. Hey, Mortal Kombat 3, you suck. Shut up. 2 controllers right here. You cut it on. It's that simple. That's what I love about it. No more retro talking shit around me. No more. Because we're going to simply pull out the controllers, and you got to put your money where your mouth is. Okay, we can see this is one emulator. I'm sure it has many. Looks pretty smooth to me. All right, we're just going to show a little gameplay, and then I want to only do one thing before we move on, is push it to the limit. I want to see the strongest emulator it has. That's all I want to see. Okay. That moves good, moving smooth. I expect that. We've been playing this a minute. Okay. Bam. A little slow down. Not too bad, but, you know, it works. Oh, this is beautiful. Look, playing with the wireless control. This is beautiful, man. All right. So let's go ahead and how do you get out the game? Okay, start and select at the same time. Close content. Beautiful. Let's see the strongest emulator it has. As you can see, it says Game Box loading up. I like the little splash screen. What is the strongest emulator? Dreamcast is probably, that's a powerful one right there. Dreamcast. Okay. PlayStation Portable. Okay. We got PlayStation Portable. We got Nintendo DS, which is one hard to emulate. Okay. A lot of these have been emulated quite well for a while. MAME is emulated great. FB Alpha is emulated good. So a lot of these have great emulation. Dreamcast is probably our most powerful one. So let's pick something like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This is something that runs so fast and smooth. Like, come on. I don't expect this to run smooth. I haven't even tried this, by the way. I don't expect this to run smooth. That's impressive. But that's the beginning screen. You haven't stunned it nothing. I have to see how you run. And then we're going to be moving on to the next one. All right, the next subject. So let's see. All right. I'm very curious to see how this plays. Insert memory card. Wow. Okay. Okay. I like the way the video, I know that's just a WMV file. Okay, don't get excited, Nick. That's looking good right there. That's looking good right there. Oh, y'all don't know how this make me feel. I'm a fighting game fanatic. Y'all know fighting game classics and everything that's out. I'm a fighting game fanatic. It just got me so hyped right there. That's my bad, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. I might have to play this and be saving this later. That was my bad. I should have never seen this, bro. But I gotta see how I play first. Alright, let's just see how I play. We're gonna pick random people. Can I just random select this? I used to do the random select. We're just gonna pick Sakura and Dr. Alright, let's go. Let's get it. I got to see how this works. Great game, like you said, Joe. We just going to see how it runs, and we're going to move right on to the next subject. I just got to see how it runs. Because there's no way this is going to run smooth. This is Dreamcast. Hold up. Let's see the buttons, y'all. The buttons. Okay, there we go. Oh, my goodness. Yes, it's running decent. Okay. Still a little choppy. Bow, 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 bow. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, I can hit a couple combos. Okay. What's the punches? That's a punch. What's another punch? That's a punch. What's a punch? I need to find out all my punch weapons. That's a kick. Oh my gosh. Hold on, what's another punch? Okay. I think I got my Okay. Here we go. Oh, why did I switch? See, definitely don't know. But that runs smooth. Nonetheless, we're done here. I'm starting to get wood. This is the best. There we go. Do the double. We back. All right, let's get enough. That's enough. That's enough. We're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and move on. The Game Stick Lite 4K, I recommend everybody get one. No matter where you're traveling, all my old school fans, guarantee, get you one of these, bro. It's not much. Around Christmas time, it's a nice gift to give to somebody like, hey, man, hooking you up. They're going to get this, and I'm telling you, they're going to play it. They're going to thank you. They're going to say, man, I brought this to the hotel with me, bro. Man, I got it on with the kids. We played Nintendo 64. Played this, you know, stuff like that. So, nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on. So, last one of the day. And you know how we do, man. Y'all know how we do on these, man. These is the great segments called Choose Your Fate, where you literally have to pick your fate in these. This is one choice. You do not get to choose both. You do not get to make a scenario of, oh, well, if I do this and do that. No, you must decide one and only one. Okay, that's it. Today's subject is going to be one that nobody's probably going to expect. Which wrestling move would you rather have performed on you? Okay, so if you're familiar with wrestling moves, you're going to be very familiar on which one you probably do not want to have done to you. So, without further ado, I do want to bring my man Joe win. Now, we'll go through the Choose Your Fate segments, and if we have anything else to add on the other segments, I'd like Joe to chime in on that. So we'll start with Choose Your Fate. All right? So let's go ahead and bring my man Joe in.
What's
Joe,
going on, Nick?
what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Good, man. I can hear you good. Hear you loud and clear. That's
All
good.
right.
Joe, let me ask, before we do this Choose Your Fate segment, are you familiar with wrestling moves?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Not too much, but I have a gist of it somehow.
Okay. Well, these wrestling moves are not your crazy ones. You know, if you know, do you know what a power bomb is?
Oh, a little bit. I know what the people's elbow is from The Rock.
Okay, well, you're well versed. You're versed enough. If I hit a people's elbow, I go, hey, man, you're right on tune. You're right on tune, okay? So we're going to go ahead and pull this up. Now, this is going to be a little weird because I usually do it differently. We're going to try this. So I'm going to switch it here. Let's see. We're going to turn this one off. No, that's not the video. So hold one moment. Let me get this right. That's our old video from last week.
Yeah, it's from last week.
You know, here we go. Aha, there we go. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
cool. Yeah, did a good job on that.
Hey, yo, it was nice, right? I ain't gonna lie, man. All this is cause thank you, man. I ain't gonna lie. I try to dabble in a little work. All right. But we're going to start, Joe, the first one. Now, I'm going to pause it for a second because I do want to make sure everything on screen, everybody can see everything. Okay, because right now, it's probably going to be a little distorted. You know, we want to make it. There we go. Bam. Now we got it to where we clip it up all good and everything's great. Perfect. All right. So, Joe, our first choice is, and these, you know, so we're first one. These, and like we don't pick the order, right? It just throws them up there. Would you rather have the mandible claw done on you by, of course, Mankind, which is a dirty sock he shoves in your mouth with 2 fingers that just like throws down your throat, right? Very painful. Or would you take the sweet chin music, which is Shawn Michaels' iconic kick to the chin that has a smack sound like that, right to the chin, and the guy's knocked down. Joe, let's start with you. Which one would you rather have done to you?
I'll go with neither of them, but I'll go with the Mankind move, the claw, because you know what? I'd rather get choked to death than have a broken nose and can't breathe the rest of my life. They're both horrible.
I ain't gonna lie. That's tough, man.
It's horrible.
I'm with you, Joe. I'm going with the mandible claw, man. I feel like the sweet chin music, because see, the mandible claw, I'm worried that I might not be able to eat or drink the same ever again, right? That's my worry. But the same thing might happen with the sweet chin music. If it connect the right way, man, if it just crack and everything just crack and I just got a broken jaw and all this stuff, you know, I don't know. It's a tough one. I will agree with you, Joe. That is a tough one. But
that's a powerful ass kick right there.
Yo, that kick right there makes me go, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that kick. You know what I mean? That kick looked like his jaws broke immediately.
What I like about what you did here, Nick, it's like the old school wrestling. It's not like the super new stuff. I have no idea what that's about.
See, there you go. There you go, Joe. I'm trying to get with some, you know, and I think the new wrestling fans should understand the old school, right?
Yeah.
These moves are being redone and repurposed.
This is WWF, not WWE.
Let's go. He know what he talking about. He know what he talking about. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next one. Let's see the next one. All right. Ooh. So we have 2 choices. Our first choice is the Tombstone Power Driver, the iconic move done by The Undertaker. Well, you can see it right there. Doesn't look very pleasant. Or the Pedigree by Triple H. 2 iconic moves. Both of them look very painful. Okay, I don't think there's going to be any way of dodging pain on either one of these moves. Joe, start with you. Which one would you rather have done on you?
The Pedigree. The reason why is the other guy is much more heavier.
You know what, Joe? I'm with you on that, man. We both right on page today, man. I can't even doubt you. The Pedigree, hopefully the Pedigree his knees can hit maybe, but he has your arms.
The
And he
Undertaker's
can
a
get
big
ignorant.
dude.
He
He's
can
a
pull
big
you up.
dude. Oh yeah.
Undertaker's a big dude. But imagine you got your arms, he pull you up, and that's a face plant. You
Yeah.
can't protect yourself, so that's all face. But I feel like with the Undertaker, it's like a neck injury. On top of like you coming down and like that can mess up your spine. Like you can be dead. I like that.
Unless your face is right in his groin.
You and that too, Joe. Before you see your death, you got to smell a man balls. Okay?
Yeah.
That's not good. You know what I mean? So I'm with you, Joe. I'm going to go. I would rather have the pedigree done to me and hopefully my beautiful face. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. My beautiful face. I just thought about it. I don't know. Would I rather be like this the rest of my life or just be ugly? You know what I mean? It's a tough choice. But yeah, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with the pedigree, man. All right. And I'm going to go first in the next one so I can take it. Okay. This is easy. But I'm going to go through and explain both. So on one side, which move would you rather have done to you? Would you rather have the bonsai drop that's done by Yokozuna, where he gets on the middle rope and jumps down onto your chest neck area? And he is a sumo wrestler, as you can see. Or would you rather have the Goldberg iconic spear? Goldberg spear, he came into the ring, he would run from all the way as soon as he came in, and he would just bam! And you see on the screen, guys were airlifted into the air off the spear. My choice is very easy. I want to live, so I'm going to choose Goldberg spear. Okay? Reason being is, if I get whiplash, I think I'll be alive. If my collarbone gets, a lung collapses, ribs, I feel like I'll be there. I know the bonsai drop would immediately cave my chest in to the point of immediate loss of life. So, for that reason, I am choosing Goldberg spear. Joe, which one you got?
Goldberg spear, because a bonsai drop, that's like getting a refrigerator dropped on you.
Yo, man, bonsai drop look nasty. Look at the guy, man. And then imagine he just doesn't hold back. He's boom, and you just see like, dude, it's instant. You just bam, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a big boy right there.
That's a big boy, man. Good, well said, big boy. You know what I mean? I ain't messing with no big boy like that. So let's go on to the next one. Oh, these are nasty moves, man. All right, so which move would you rather have done to you? On the left, we got the Kurt Angle ankle lock. Infamous move. It has been done by many others, but Kurt Angle made it iconic. Many people have got hit with this ankle lock and cried like little babies. Then on the right, you have Chris Jericho with the Lion Tamer. It was a variation of the Boston Crab. Okay, a variation, but it is to the point where your arms and neck and everything is at an awkward angle to the point of where you cannot stand it. So if I had to choose, I'm not gonna lie, I would rather have the ankle lock done to me. The reason being is because the ankle lock would be a broken ankle. All right, I think I could go around in a wheelchair. I could probably flip, turn, kick. Maybe I could break out an ankle lock. Maybe I could do something, okay? The Lion Tamer, I have seen Chris Jericho do this move on multiple people. I've seen their necks be put in positions I never thought their necks could be put in. I've seen people walk out the ring not the same after getting a Lion Tamer put on them. The video game, if you ever played WCW versus NWO Revenge on Nintendo 64, the Lion Tamer is a regular move, and people tap very quickly. Like, it's like a cheat move. You know what I mean? Like, how can you do a regular move as a Lion Tamer? You're taking people out. So I got to go. I would rather have the ankle lock done to me. Joe, which one you got?
Ankle lock, hands down. I got strong legs from standing up all day, so I can take the pain pretty well. So I'm going with the ankle lock. The other one, you look like a Twizzler by the time you get done.
The other one look like you're done. Look like tap, tap. The other one looks like I quit. The ankle lock looks like, man, you be like, you still be fine. Yeah, you right.
That's crazy. Like, I can't believe some of them can even perform the moves like this. Like, how do you like position somebody like that? You
Yo,
know?
when I seen that move, I said, yo, they're gonna ban it. And I do believe they banned the Lion Tamer. People might correct me, but I think he changed it to the Walls of Jericho, and the move got changed, where it's more like a Boston Crab. You know what I mean? Where it just goes the full way. The halfway distorted, that was creative, man. And I think some people went to the hospital. They said, like, yo, we can't do this no more, man. The move is too painful. And people are not coming back the same. I agree. So there we go. We both got that one. So pretty much pain levels are about the same, Joe. We're taking the same.
Pretty much.
All right. Oh, man. Here we go. This is one, man. This is the banger of all bangers right here, man. On the left, we got the iconic move by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Everybody does it. All the kids all over talk about it. Stone Cold Steve Austin has come back multiple times. And every time he comes back, guess what everybody want to see? A Stone Cold Stunner. Then on the right side,
because
Stone Cold said so. Let's talk. Then on the right, we got one man who is iconic. So iconic that he took his fame from WWF, or WWE, as they want to say, onto movies. Now has new movies being released day to day. A man that has made the eyebrow famous. The Rock and the Rock Bottom. Now, a lot of people remember the People's Elbow over the Rock Bottom, right? Because the People's Elbow was more of a significant move. It was a Showtime move. Like when he did that and threw that armband off and ran that. Oh my Lord. It was something that everybody was waiting for. Suck it. Bam! Oh, we loved it. We loved every second of it, okay? But the Rock Bottom was his move with the 1, 2, 3 as well, okay? So, Joe, I want to start with you. Which move would you rather have done to you?
I would say Stone Cold Stunner because that's like one of my favorite wrestlers. So I would say that.
You like, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out with Stone. Oh, like, just take me out.
Because that's the bottom line.
I ain't going to lie, man. I think I'm going to take a Rock. We might finally have one, man. I think I'm going to take a Rock Bottom, man. I'm going to take a Rock Bottom. I feel like, with the Rock Bottom, if I could jump, right? Like jump and maybe take some of the impact off or something, and like twist my body away. Maybe I won't hit the ground as hard when he slams.
Now, see, with the Stone Cold Stunner, you can kind of roll out of it if you get your ass to move fast enough.
You're right. You might be able to neck twist or something. He might not even hit you with the stunner right. The Rock Bottom, you're gonna feel pain. It ain't dodging it. You're gonna feel pain. Do I got the strong enough back? I feel like I got a strong enough back. I could boom, take that Rock Bottom and he won. Aha! That ain't nothing. So I feel like for this one, man, I'm gonna take the Rock Bottom. I do feel like either move is going to be dangerous for your health. If you get caught the right way with a stunner, broken jaw. If you get caught the right way with a Rock Bottom,
broken back.
Yeah, broken back.
Rock Bottom.
So regardless, both of the moves is crazy. Now, do we got any others? That is the end of our segment for.
Hey Nick, real quick, what you should do for the next one, you should pick something like choose your fate, like really disgusting food, or something like really disgusting,
I like
weird
that,
shit.
Joe. I like that. Something weird. We haven't done that. Something
like weird foreign food or something.
Yeah, would you rather have gold, flake pizza? You know what I mean? Or would you rather have a hot dog made of an olive bun? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something crazy. No, that's a good one, man. So, Joe, now that I got you, man, there's a couple things that I did go over. I'm just going to quickly discuss with you, man. Nintendo, Switch 2, man. What have you heard about this? What do you think? Give me something, man.
I heard that the accessories you can actually buy them from Alibaba and AliExpress.
Okay.
You could buy the screen protector and you could buy the case. I'm not sure the prices, but you can actually go ahead and buy it. Okay. The documents got leaked a while ago. I was saying this in last week's episode, or the week before that, I forget, where you can use the Switch 1 cartridge into the Switch 2. So I'm thinking the MIG switch will be compatible. I think hands down it will be compatible. And that's the
bottom line.
gateway.
I thought you were going to say that's the bottom
Yeah, no,
line because
that
Joe says.
that's because Joe said so. I think that's what's going to break the camel's back for the Switch 2 for the first piracy will be the make switch and the unlock switch. Just convert those. You just convert the keys. That's it.
Now, Joe, if you are a guy, let me put you behind this. Let me say you're a guy at Nintendo, man. You want a security heads. They said, Joe, we need you. We need to figure out when we release this Switch 2, we need some way to protect ourselves against this make switch. We feel like it could be detrimental to our company. Is there anything that you could think of that could possibly be a way that Nintendo might think to try to stop this thing?
The only way they can stop this is really hard to understand. I don't know some of the technical details, but they would have to maybe redo production and not do that original cart. Now we don't know, but I saw a couple documents from different people, like in the world of forums and stuff, that the cartridge will work inside the Switch too. Maybe this is why everyone's wondering why did Mix Switch and Unlock Switch wait such a long time to release the flash cart? Maybe to do it deliberately. So it would work in the Switch too. I mean, why wait that long though? That makes no sense.
Yeah, you want some. Now, Joe, what is it possible they could do some type of hardware protection? Like, hey, maybe we can put a latch that hits the SD card slot because the difference in the cards, not much difference, but you do know that SD card slot leaves a divot where there's not a divot in a Nintendo Switch cartridge. Is it possible hardware-wise they could put something there that notices immediately that there's some type of divot there, and that means it's not an official.
Oh, I know
Nintendo
what you're
Switch
saying,
cartridge.
like kind of like a sensor in a printer, like when the doors open, like it will go beep beep or something. Yeah, that's possible, but that would probably be easy to circumvent.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you on that. That could be, because if you put something to
Yeah.
block it or something to cover it, who's to tell, right size. I can agree with you on that. Now, Joe, I want to ask, there's been talks about the price point, and you said it earlier in the chat, $429.99. Why that price point? Why do you think that's a sweet one?
I think that's what the price is going to start out with, because that's what kind of like what the PC handhelds go for, like the Steam Deck and the Rogue Ally and the other ones. I think that's what their price point's going to be. The one thing that we have to watch out for is, without getting political, like with Trump winning and the tariffs, the stuff's going to go up.
Yeah.
When did they say the Switch 2 was going to be announced?
So it says the Switch 2, this was on the podcast, I think it was Nate Drake's podcast. They stated May of 2025 is going to be the date where they pretty much do the major announcement. They're going to probably have some, thing like that. But then they're going to release it around June, where you have Summer Games Fest and other things that they can do. So
I think the first batch, like the first waves, are going to be a certain price. Then the next waves are going to be a different price, because they've been making this shit since last year.
The facts. I agree. It's been made a while. Now, Keithy has dapped me up. I seen you in there. This is about Yokozuna. Yokozuna used to squash those Jabba wrestlers. Yokozuna used to flatten people, bro. He's a freak. The bonsai drop was the worst move, man. It's a big sumo wrestler who goes, bonsai! And he just jumps off the ropes, and you just see people like, it's the worst move, man. It is one of the worst moves to see. Now, Joe, the Switch accessories, have you tried to purchase any? Do you know anybody that's tried to purchase these?
No, I haven't tried to purchase any of them, and I don't know anybody that's going to pre-order them yet. I think people are still waiting. I think some people will wait, which is a good idea, just in case like the information gets mixed up. Oh, it's too small or too big. But those Switch accessories, I think, are legit. They already got the leaks of the specs and everything like that.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like an 8-inch screen or something, I believe.
I was going to say, they mentioned about the screen, it being bigger. They also mentioned about the Pokemon game, right? And Metroid Prime 4 being, possible Switch titles that's kind of been rumored. How do you think these leaks are getting out? Are these, because a lot of times people wonder, is this people just lying, right? We had a potato quality image of the Switch 2. Y'all seen that image. That image looked like I took it from a flip phone, Joe. We got old webcams back from 2006 that take better pictures than that picture.
My crappy webcam I do my tutorials on is better than that.
It's crazy, man. I don't know how to. So, do you think that is a real picture though of the Switch 2?
I think it could be. It might be a screenshot of a screenshot. Like I do that with some people ask me for help. I screenshot all the information. The quality goes down, down, down. But I mean, with a big leak like that, you would have better quality pictures and stuff. That's kind of makes no sense. It's kind of like the UFO thing,
Yeah.
you know?
I think you nailed it too. If you take a picture of a picture, right, it loses quality.
Yeah.
Could be possible that they've done that. Now, there's a couple other things. I'm gonna be real fast. The IPTV. All right. I don't know about this story being true or not, but supposedly, Joe, let me ask hypothetically, do you think it would be fair for someone using an IPTV service subscription? No, let's say a pirate service, it gets all the pay-per-views and everything. Do you think it's fair, one, for them to get fined, okay, by the government? All right, and two, do you think it's fair for them to get jail time?
I think the fine is okay to fine them. I don't believe in that though, but I'm just saying, like, during, like, whatever. Yeah, I say go ahead and fine them, but putting somebody in jail, that's a waste of the taxpayers' money. Oh, what are you in jail for? Oh, yeah, I paid a pirated subscription to see Bollywood. It's like that's some dumb shit. I can see us in the United States doing that because we put a lot of people in prison for dumb shit. I can see that happening, but
Yeah,
that's
you're
just
right.
fucking stupid.
They'd be like, oh, some guy, was streaming the pirated games, and next thing you know, here they come. Oh, we noticed you had a pirate IPTV service. Oh, what do you know? We're going to charge you for each, and that does worry me because, and like I mentioned, I've one that used a pirate IPTV service. I don't mind saying it. Like, it
I don't
ain't
know if you
no.
caught my comment back in the day at Walmart. They sold a device. It was a dongle. You plug into your TV and you would pay for a subscription fee, and you get all these channels, like 1,000, 2,000 channels back in the day, maybe 10 years ago. And I said to myself, this is stupid. Just you're paying to use a pirated item.
Hey, you ain't lying. What they were saying about Sega back when that Sega Genesis had the online network where you could play the game. They wasn't saying nothing about all this, man. Back in the day, it was all good. Now it seemed, I don't know, man. It just seemed real weird to me that being that streaming is a funny place where money, like, how do you put the value of a stream?
Yeah.
Right? And then you have, which there has been a value put on the stream. Like, by the way, these big people have put a value on it. But nonetheless, after you put a value on a stream, how much can you say someone can stream this and restream it to hundreds and millions, right? And multiple people can stream that onto something else. So let's say I watch a UFC fight, right? And I stream it to everybody at my party at the house today. So not only did this man stream it to one individual, threw a house party of 30 people. We all watching the fight. You know what I mean? And I'm charging. I didn't even pay for the pirate TV. I'm charging at the door. Hey, man, 30. Well, man, your thing buffering, man. Look, I'm winking at my homie. What Comcast doing? Let me go and call them real quick. I walk downstairs, get to the computer. Man, come on, shit. They see a mouse go across the screen. I'm like, damn, hey, man, I don't want the mouse to show up. Hey, man, do it on the other screen. Turn off the TV upstairs. I'm trying to fix it. I think it's the TV.
Yeah, pretty much cable TV is dead. It's been dead for a while. I don't know anybody that has cable TV.
Ooh, preach. Now, Joe, that is good. That is a topic to discuss. So, does anyone have cable TV? Joe, I'm going to get even deeper on that. So, cable TV, I agree. I don't think many people got cable TV, right? Because these companies are doing good and pushing us to the switch. They're great, right? I was pushed to the switch. Why? Because I did have cable, and I noticed I was paying $100 damn near just for cable, right? And which means, the box, the cable service, this, and I'm paying like $100. On top of, I have to have internet.
Yeah.
Okay? So I said, why am I doing that? I might as well cut the cable, get a streaming service like YouTube that's $74.99. Right now, at least I can stream anything and I can watch it on my phone. I can watch it other places. I don't need to have it.
There's even free apps where if you don't want to pay the money, you can watch premium TV shows or movies or stuff like that for free, just with commercials in it.
No, it's just got to the point now where it's like, I don't know. All these companies have switched it to where they got us to buy into these subscriptions. And now my mom, right? Off cable, old school, Pops. I don't know if Pops off, but I bet Pops is off. I ain't asking, but I'm about to ask Pops next time. You cut off that cable? He gonna say, yeah, I went ahead and got. But mom-in-law, cut off. They cut the cable off. They doing apps, streaming. And these are people who are in the older generation above us.
Yeah.
Right? The generation above us. They're even cutting the cable. This is something that they realized after they cut the cable, oh, this is not bad. I just go and click a button. Right? It's very simple for them to learn.
If someone asked me, like, if you can, for the rest of your life, you can have either YouTube or cable TV, I'd go for YouTube hands down, because there's so much learning you can learn on YouTube, and there's just a lot of great stuff out there.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Damn, that's a tough question, Joe. Damn, let me think. So if I had the choice between watching cable all the time, like I get all the cable channels, or watching YouTube all the time, the facts are I watch more YouTube right now than I do cable. But my worry is I watch you can still get all the news on YouTube, man.
Yeah. And you can learn like a lot of good stuff if you want to learn
lives, all the news outlets on YouTube. Yeah, now you're right. Right now I'm gonna have to go YouTube, man. I was gonna say TV because I feel more like live events, things that happen, TV, Super Bowls and things like. Hey, I feel, but all that streaming too, right? All that you can get from the apps too. So you're right. I'm gonna just go YouTube. I'm sure YouTube gonna be having it. Somebody gonna stream it on YouTube. Somebody gonna play clips on YouTube. Like I'm still gonna get some of it. So I'm with you on that, Joe. I'm with you now. Joe, I'm trying to see the other topics I got. I had a bunch of really crime stuff, weird. But last before we bring DJ C Money in, FBI has warned everybody here in the States, stop right now sending text messages between Androids and iPhones. Period.
I didn't hear about this.
We officially, let me look this up. Our government has reported that there is a Chinese hack known as Salt Typhoon, and it has targeted several different major telecom providers. Okay, so all your T-Mobiles, right? They didn't say which ones. Okay, I want to put that out there, but major. Okay, and on top of that, live calls, voicemails, text messages, you name it. Now, the reason it's a big deal between Android and iPhone, because, if we texting between Androids, we got Google Messaging, right? Encrypted.
Yeah.
If you texting between iPhones, you got iMessaging, encrypted. But the moment we start texting between each other, I forgot what it's called. It's called like RCS or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, something
or
I forgot.
on it.
Yeah. But it's old school. It's old school. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it. That's how it used to be before everything else. That's how I think. So, nonetheless, I've heard, Joe, I don't know, this is the alleged part. So that's the true part. This is the alleged part. I heard that really the reason they were able to get the hack is because the government actually has different, security concerns with people all over the country, right? So they have like I don't want to call it a loophole, but they have a direct connection to these telecom providers for that reason. So if they need to monitor anybody talking about, maybe there's some type of threats that they need to monitor, something going on, they have this direct connection. From my understanding, that is how they got in.
Yeah.
Through them. Now, Joe, being that I'm saying this now, are you a person that texts anything personal at all?
No, I don't text any. If something gets text personal, like it's between me and my dad, but like we both have Android phones, so it's encrypted. I mean, it's encrypted to whatever point. But if I need to send something encrypted, I will put it on MediaFire and I'll put a password and I'll tell the person the password over email or over Snapchat. But here's the deal: I'm not lying to you. My phone's getting constantly spam calls. I actually blocked all numbers, all text messages, unless I know the person. Dude, I'm getting, no lie, 25 spam calls a day.
Damn. Oh, man. And I hate those spam calls, man. I know what you mean. Or the spam text. Hey, you have an Amazon refund.
Yeah, I got one of them yesterday. Oh, you didn't pay your turnpike. Oh, we're gonna, whatever. I just text back, LOL.
Yeah, that is so funny. They be texting, oh, this is the United States Postal Service, and you have a package here. Click here to sign your details. Like, what? No. Boy.
Yeah, my dad got one of those last week, and I told him don't click anything, and he's not stupid enough to click the links because I talk to him about stuff, and he hears stuff on the podcast and everything that we talk about. I know I'm really good with computers and stuff, but it's just like the spam is horrible.
For real. It is, man. It's getting bad. These, I don't know what they doing, or these, I don't know if it's scam call centers opening like more by the random, you know what I mean? And they're making so much money that we just gonna see it more and more. But yeah, that's what we've been seeing, man. So nonetheless, we gonna go ahead and bring in none other than, and I see this image of him. I can't even believe my man. He's continuing to use the budget dollars, man, on his obviously his hair and makeup, man. Hair and makeup is worth more than the show. All right. So we're gonna bring in the director of the show, the manager of the show, DJ C Money. Oh, DJ C Money, you too clean, man. You too
What's
clean.
up, man?
Yo,
What's going on, DJ?
DJ C Money, you too clean, man. Look at you, look at that, man. You crispy, so crispy. Ooh.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? How are you, buddy? Looking good. Wasting our hard-earned dollars.
What's up, man? Hey,
man.
That's right.
We gotta address it. You know you here, man. What's up with the hair? You had the braids. The braids came out. Why the haircut? We need to know.
Okay, I didn't want to do this, but I had to because Saturday I had to go to my aunt's engagement party.
Party.
Say no more.
And
you gotta be, yeah, you gotta be clean, cut, crispy.
By the way, she said yes.
Ooh, that's what you want to hear. Hey, DJ C Money, Keithia said nice haircut, man. You lined up. He said you crispy, man. You crispy out here, DJ C Money. I'm telling you, they see it, man. Now that's all our marketing dollars, y'all. By the way, so I don't want y'all giving them too much kudos because we're not gonna have too many shows if this continues. All right. What you say, DJ C Money?
Let's give it 1 minute.
Good, you got it.
Kids, Nick, come on a big screen.
All right, here we go. DJ C Money got it. Big screen, DJ C Money. Let's hit it, man. Here you go. Bow, big screen. You want it, man. You got it, man. It's all you, man. Let's see it.
First of all, Trusty. What's up? Please, first of all,
talk to him.
Well, I was the kind, I just learned this from my I forgot who said it, but I learned it from somebody.
All right.
That I can't get a girlfriend with all the hair. So, if you know everybody that's looking for a hot one, that's a hot one.
Can you dig it?
A hot one that was born with cerebral palsy.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Let you know. Hot one. Yo, you killed that, man. I ain't gonna lie. That boy said he a hot one. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie,
That's
DJ
the bottom
C Money.
line because DJ C Money said so.
Said so. Let's go, DJ C Money. I can't even believe, man. That was nice, man. I like he did it. A hot one. Hey, ladies, y'all out there? Yeah, DJ C Money. You out there looking for a hot one. You know, DJ C Money, I'm going to clip this up, man. You going to see this one. I'm going to clip this one up specifically for you. I'm going to say, my man DJ C Money looking for a hot one. Okay? My man said, hey,
Huh?
ladies, go ahead and feed my
After the
man in.
touch.
Oh, Nick, you would not believe this.
What's up, man?
So, I talked to my mom, right?
All right.
And and we talked about this before.
All right.
Most people's idea,
All right. Well, talk to me.
but I've been talking about her about going to my own place.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
man.
awesome.
DJ C Money. Oh,
That's
man.
what my
Hey,
buddy's saying, man. That's
hold
all
up, DJ C Money. Before I clap, I ain't going to hype you up too much, man. Because, you know, you get out there and get too wild, man. You get out there. You might need somebody. You already spending the dollars on the haircut, the studio dollars, man. You might get out there. One of them girls, man. You get one of them girls, she'll take you for it. Trust me, them girls good, man. You a hot one, right? You gonna get you a hot one. And guess what she gonna do? Oh, can you do me a favor? I wanna make it another Netflix night. Can we get something to eat at Ruth Chris Steakhouse first? Can we do the steakhouse and we could do Netflix? I ain't mad about being Netflix and not spending money. I just want Ruth Chris first. That's what she gonna say.
The delivery fees will kill you.
He gonna say, look, you go to Ruth Chris. Afterwards, she gonna say, you know what? Ooh, I got the taste for some crumble cookies, some insomnia cookie. They
Don't forget the white sauce in there.
yeah, the white.
Hold on.
She'll drain you, man. I'm trying to save you.
Have you guys ever heard of this? Come on.
See, he got his girl killer. Ah, what is that, man? Which one is that? That look like Calvin Klein. That's Calvin Klein?
That's a $100 ounce bottle, limited edition.
Oh, yeah, he definitely spending that. Oh, you getting this shit? Oh, come on, man. That's where the dollar's going. You probably got that ship. How much was the shipping fees on there?
Hold on.
DJ C Money, don't kill it. We're going to have to take us out in a bit, DJ C Money. You can't kill us. You can't throw too much swagger.
Nick, you know what I use? Axe.
Axes is, I ain't gonna lie, man. Remember all the women become running into something like you know what I mean? They just do it everywhere. Just like, man, I smell great. You walking through school, them back in the day, you walking through school, like, hey, you like, yeah, so and so. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, look, exclusive edition. See, that's what you got. Okay.
Bath and Body, baby.
I ain't gonna lie.
Bath and Body.
Oh, Bath and Body. I ain't gonna lie, Bath and Body. Hey, a little sleeper. They didn't know in high school I used to do this, man. I used to go to Bath and Body Works because I used to know that the women love the little fruit smell. So I used to find something that wasn't too girly, but still contained a little fruit that you can use as a male type joint. Spray that. You smell, what is that? Oh my God. Yes, that's what Bath and Body Works does. It get all the women to you. They was doing just right. You know what I mean? High school, it was like the Axe commercial. Yo, DJ C Money. You gotta take us out, man. Yo, the production dollars, you gonna pay for the extra production? You must, hey man, our budget done. Everybody out there.
On the black card.
He definitely put it on the black card. Soon we ain't gonna have no black card. They're gonna start denying. They're gonna deny a black card. They're like, Dad, it's the first time we denied a black card. We thought it was unlimited. Nah, it ain't this one. We stopped it. We cut off your black card. You ain't paying. Oh, so you stay smelling good. What he's saying? He said, I always smell good. You want a hot one? Stop one. You want a hot one? Stop one. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do. Stop one. Get a hot one. I feel you, man.
Sir.
I feel you. I'm with you on that, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, DJ C Money, you know what we got to do, man. You got the best outros, man. Your outros are iconic, man. They like wait for the outros. So you got to give us the bomb outro. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna let you go first, my man.
What's up?
You say you're going to let Joe go first? All right, Joe. You can go ahead. Take us out, Joe. Any last words you got to say?
Like and subscribe, Nick Mozo 5 on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel.
Nice. Right what he said. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you can, share the content, man. We're really trying to grow. We're really trying to push it to the next level, and I need everybody help with that. So please do it. Outside of that, DJC Money, you got it.
Nick.
I went. I'm done. I'm over with. It's on you, player two. You know what I'm saying? It's on you, player two. You know what I mean?
Oh, also, I want to give a birthday shout out to Chelsea. It was her birthday, so happy birthday. I forgot to say that in the beginning.
Oh,
big shout out. Of course, we celebrated. You know how we did. You know, but yes.
Wait, what was it? What was it?
It was the 3rd.
Yeah, so last week, the 3rd, yeah. Something like that.
Hold on.
You missed it, man. You
Hold
missed it.
up.
It was the 5th. It was the 4th. You missed it, man. How you don't see it on Facebook? You on Facebook. How you don't see it?
What was it?
It was the 17th. Yeah. It ain't even the 17th yet, man. You know it ain't the 17th. Why you even thinking of that, man? I'm playing with you, man. I'm joking, man. Look, hit me up. I can't be talking the real. I ain't gonna say the real date. I ain't gonna say the real date.
No, tell me.
But I'm gonna tell you the real date. Hey, look in the private chat. Don't say it. Don't say it. Look in the private chat. Can you see it?
Word.
You see the private chat? You see that?
Oh, okay.
Don't say the number.
All right.
I don't see the number.
All right, good. Here we go. Let's see if you see this number. You see that number?
Yeah.
All right. This is the real one. Now, don't say it. All right, don't say it. Don't say it out loud because we ain't trying to let nobody know. You know what I mean? We got a bunch. We got folks that's in, but I ain't going to say the real one. You know what I mean? So there you go. There you go. So just say happy birthday wishes. All right. And then don't say the date. Don't say the date. Okay? There you go, DJ C Money. You got it. You got it. Let's go. Take us out.
First of all, to Chelsea Wade, happy birthday. Yo, you already know what it is. Joe, what's the last name?
He want it all out there. He just want all our government info. We getting big. DJ C Money, we getting too big, man. Soon we going to have stalkers, bro. We going to be giving out our government info. They going to find us easily. What you want us to do? Give out all our info? We online. Can we get some privacy?
We got stranger dangers.
We trying to be secure. We fine with saying some stuff. DJ C Money, I ain't saying, where your folks at. I know certain folks' names. I ain't gonna say their names.
And remember, if anybody asks, Nick is white and I'm black.
Yes, and my real name is actually Nicholas Jacob. Okay.
John Jacob Dimbleheimer Smith.
Yes. And Chelsea B-Day is December 25th. It's going to change every time.
His name
all right, DJ C Money, we got to take us out. Before we ruin it, we talking too much. See, we going to ruin it. There you go. I'm shut up. I'm going to shut up. I'm done. There you go. DJ C Money, it's on you, player two. I'm out.
Hey, Joe, come back up with me. Come back up with me, Joe. Joe. And you know. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in today. From everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Joe, Nick Motor 5, Keith, for those names. Why I can't talk? For those of the names that I missed, I'm sorry. Yo, this me money is right here. Running down. Running over the this. From Jordan on Never Love Man. Yo, they was a good podcast. Let's go.